Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new, my name is Jen and thank you for stopping in. As you can tell by the title of this video, this is going to be our December budgeting process. If you haven't seen the first video that I did about budgeting, you'll definitely want to go back and check that out for more of a kind of a detailed explanation, and I walk you through kind of more step-by-step how to do things, so it's a little easier to follow along and set this up yourself. But if you're just curious how we are setting this up, or if you've already seen that video, then this is the one for you. We follow Dave Ramsey and his 7 baby steps of budgeting. We are on baby step 2, which is paying off all of our debt. All we have left is a little bit on our car and then the lovely student loans. So that's exciting because we've made some progress there, but the biggest key in doing that is our budgeting process. So that's what I'm showing you today. In order to do that, we use the website everydollar.com, but then I also use a planner because I am very much a paper and pen kind of person, and I just need to see it written down. So I do it both ways, and then we do use a cash envelope system as well. Let's jump right in to December's budget. Okay, so this is EveryDollar on a computer. It looks a little bit different on a phone, and if you want to start using EveryDollar and have not done so yet, you're definitely going to want to set up your categories and everything on your computer or a computer, and then once you have it set up, then using a phone is really easy to input everything, but it can definitely be a little confusing to try to set it up on a phone. The first category is income, and just for like a little bit of a privacy sake, I'm not showing the breakdown of our income. We have a lot of different sources that this comes from, but we have budgeted $4,610 for the month of December, and that is a conservative estimate of what we should be taking in. And the whole goal, as the app is named EveryDollar, is to budget every single dollar of this into a category. So we are not going to be putting anything into our emergency fund because it is fully funded already. I'm going to change this carry over. Instead of carry over to December, we're going to carry over to January. And the reason we do that is because Anthony's pay periods are the 7th and 22nd of each month, and mine are variable, sometimes like daily. So it just kind of depends. So we always carry over a certain amount to the next month to get us through that first 7 days, just in case none of my income happens to come in those 7 days. So that's what that is for. Going through the monthly categories, and another good thing about EveryDollar is once you have it set up, you can just transfer everything from month to month and then kind of make the tweaks and changes necessary that you need. So you don't have to re-enter everything every single month. And these are the numbers you're seeing here. I've already deleted any of the numbers that are variable expenses, so we will input those together. But the girls' dance class, between the two of them, they have 7 classes a week, and Bailey is also on the competition team, so those fees are wrapped into that, and we pay $242 a month there. Our security system is $58.24. We currently pay for CBS All Access, which is $658, just for the football season to be able to stream the football games that are on CBS. Anthony's life insurance is $28.56. My editing software is $10.98. Now electric, this is a expense that changes every month, and for the month of December, what is going to be due is $129.27. So I'm going to enter that in, and as you can see, this number went down because that took out some of what we had in our income stream, and we have $639.35 left to budget in order to be able to have every single penny have a name. So continuing, we have rent, $14.25. Epidemic Sound, which is where I get my music for my YouTube videos, is $15. My life insurance is $52.28. Garbage is another variable expense, and we actually pay this every other month. December happens to be a month that we do pay it, and it is $70.67, and that actually pretty much stays the same unless we add a bag or something like that. But we have iCloud storage for my phone is $2.99. Netflix for all of us is $14.28. We don't have cable, so we do a couple of those subscriptions to be able to watch stuff. Our car insurance is $114.84, and then we have water, which is another bi-monthly expense, and it falls in the same months as the garbage bill is due. So that is also in December, and it's $230.62. That's actually water and sewer. The bulk of that is the sewer charges. So if that seems high to any of you, that's the reason why. It definitely seemed high to us when we first moved here, because we used to be on septic. But YMCA is $82. Our cell phones through Cricket, we have 3 lines and we pay $110. My dad is also on a plan with us, so that's definitely a good deal. Anthony's iCloud storage is $299. Our renter's insurance is $19.83. Our car payment, which is almost done, we'll have that car paid off in February. And then Hulu. So all the rage right now is Disney Plus, and since we were already paying for Hulu, we bit the bullet and did the Hulu, Disney Plus, and ESPN package. So we are now paying $12.99 and are totally okay with that because Disney Plus is amazing. And then we pay $35 a month for internet, which is a really good deal as well. So those are the monthly expenses that come out of our checking account either automatically or we schedule them each month. And I've kind of categorized that into there. Now, in case you haven't seen our other video, if you log into EveryDollar for the first time, this is not how it looks. It's not categorized into, you'll see savings and income, but it's not categorized into monthly and envelopes. It's categorized more into like household and car expenses and insurance and things like that. So you can adjust it how you want to and how it works for your family. We budget each month $550 for groceries, $150 for gas, especially if Anthony has some days off and doesn't have to drive to work, which obviously in December we have Christmas and stuff, so there's going to be less need for gas in December. $30 for Anthony's haircuts, $32 for Bailey and Quinn's commission, which they receive if they do the commission work. So a lot of times, a lot of months, this will actually carry over a little bit and we won't need to put the full 32 in, but the most they can each make per month is $16 on their commission. And if you want to see a video on how we do that, let me know and I'm happy to do that for you. Eating out, which is not a priority obviously, so we're going to put that at 0 for now and see what we have left. We've already budgeted for $75 for household personal care, which encompasses toothpaste and toilet paper, basically anything you can buy at a grocery store that is not edible is what we put in that category. $100 for miscellaneous, which is super important to have a miscellaneous fund because even after budgeting for a few years now, this always comes up where something that wasn't budgeted for has to come out of our account, and this is the category we pull it from. And then fun money, we are not taking any right now. We actually, our 10-year anniversary is on December 18th. So that's a huge one. I can't believe we've been together for 10 years, but we are definitely going to be budgeting some money in to go celebrate that somehow. Anthony's wanting to be in charge of that this year, which for my control freak personality is terrifying, but I'm just letting it go and we will see what happens. So he has not told me how much it's going to cost yet. So when we do figure that out, we'll put that in the entertainment category and we'll pull from that. And then here you can see we have a little piggy bank next to all of these categories. And that's because these are sinking funds, which are categories that we put money in each month, but we don't use it each month. So we're essentially like saving money to put aside for a future expense that we know is coming. So for example, sports and activities, we put in $120 a month because the girls play t-ball in the summer, which is $50 each. Anthony and I play adult co-ed softball for 2 seasons in the summer, and each season is $50 per person. There are equipment costs that are related to that. Anthony's batting gloves inevitably get holes in them every year, so replacing stuff like that. So all of that comes out of a sports and activities fund that we have. All of these are set up in our checking account. We used to keep them in cash, but I didn't feel so comfortable having all of that cash in our house. So we now keep them in our checking account, and our credit union allows us to have as many savings accounts as we want. So we just categorize them into their own savings accounts. And when we spend the money, we transfer that money from that account back into the checking account. We put aside $40 a month for vacation. We don't do anything fabulous. We go camping every summer at my favorite place in the world on the Washington coast, and that's pretty much our vacation for the year. Sometimes we'll have a couple little like day trip outings somewhere, but that takes care of that. We put $40 a month for car care, $35 a month for pet care, which really is just like the occasional vet bill, and dog food. Our dogs are 5-pound chihuahuas, so they don't go through a lot. We put $20 a month into a clothing fund, $35 a month into a gift fund, and this encompasses gifts for friends, family, the girls, Christmas, all of that. It builds up throughout the year. And some months we do put more than 35 in there if we end up having excess. The next category is birthday parties, and this is for the cost of having the birthday party, basically. So decorations and food and invitations and things like that. And it's just a lot easier to save through that throughout the year, but we do not save for that in October, November, and December, because those are higher cost months with Christmas and stuff. So there's nothing going into that right now. Same with the Puyallup Fair. We don't save the last 3 months of the year. It's in September, so we don't save October, November, or December. We start back again in January to save up for the fair. And then our water, sewer, garbage fund, I mentioned we only pay that every other month. So the months that we don't pay, I still put half of what the bill generally is into a water, sewer, garbage fund in our savings account, so that when the months that we do pay come up, we can transfer that money into our checking account and not have big bills every other month. And then last, we put $25 a month into our homeschool fund, which self-explanatory, covers all of that. So now that we've taken care of all the necessities, we still have $326.15 left to budget. The beauty of budgeting is that you can put this anywhere you want to. So if you love pizza, you can have a pizza fund and put pizza money specifically into its own account. If you just want to save every penny that you can, then you can do that as well. We are on baby step 2, which is paying off debt, and that is where our extra is going to go to. But since it is December and it gets crazy, we are going to budget a little bit for eating out, and Anthony and I have already talked about this, and we wanted to budget $100 for eating out, just to kind of send the year off with a big hurrah. So now we do need to allocate this to $26.15. So I mentioned our car payment and my student loans are the only things left that we have to pay for our debt, and then we will be debt free completely because we are renting our house. So what I'm going to do is take the car payment right here. I always just bring it down to 0 because that tells me how much I have left, and I have $593.88 that we can throw onto our car payment and have it even closer to be paying off. And now it is an every dollar budget, which means every single dollar of the income that we are expecting to take in has a place to go. Now I'm going to show you really quickly what I do in my planner, and then we'll wrap this up. Basically what I do in the monthly, the planner that I have, I use the Happy Planner, and I kind of just put it together with myself. I bought this cover for it, and then I bought the budgeting inserts in a few folders and put it together. So this is for December. I'm going to use red because it's Christmassy, and I just go on to every dollar and look at the monthly bills that I have on here that we all just went over, and then I transfer them onto here so I can visually see each day of the month and what is coming up to be paid. So my first thing is going to be dance, and that's $242 on the first of the month. And then moving to the third, we have 3 things that come out on the third. which is our security system, CBS, and Anthony's life insurance. And I just make these boxes so that once those are each paid, I can just check them off and get that satisfaction. If you are a list maker like me, you know how satisfying it is to check things off. And I also can go back and look, okay, yes, that did get paid, because most of our stuff is on auto pay, but not all of it. So I'm just going to fill out the rest of this calendar real quickly, and then we'll check back in to wrap this up. So that is it for the paper planning and online version of our budget that we do. One more thing I wanted to mention, I think I mentioned it earlier, is we do use a cash envelope system, and I don't have that with me right now because we aren't ready to stuff the envelopes right now, because it's not, we still have like a week and a half left of November. So at this point, with a couple weeks left of each month, I just like to kind of get everything set up, and then the last day of the month or the first day of the next month is when we will get our cash envelopes. We will pull out any money from those that still exist that didn't get spent and allocate that into the budget somewhere, and then we will allocate our cash into the correct envelopes for the new month to come. So if you would like to see a cash envelope stuffing video to kind of see how we do that, then leave a comment down below and let me know, and I'm happy to do that as well. Don't forget to click that subscribe button while you're here. We are doing Vlogmas, and we'll be posting a new video every day from December 1st through the 24th, and it's gonna be a lot of fun, so you don't wanna miss it. But for now, remember to stay humble, be kind, and I'll see you guys next time.